below. We're gonna do chair yoga. And we have Zoom. I think everybody that's gonna be joining us is here. I don't know if Cliff fell asleep in Shavasana too for the last class. All right, I think we'll get going. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. I will mute you all. Mute all. Mute all. And here we go. Y'all got me. Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Good. Okay. So if you do have your straps, that's a great thing to have. Straps, ties, belts, a towel. We're going to use those today. All right. Go ahead and grab yourselves your seat. And just kind of just sit back in your seat for a moment here. Close your eyes. Start by taking a deep breath in through our nose. Open our mouth, sigh it out. Again, big breath in. Breath out. And just check in with yourself this morning. Notice where you are feeling tension. Notice where you have space and where things just feel really good. And notice where you can create space. So we're going to start doing that by maybe pulling ourselves up to a nice tall seated position. And you can keep your eyes closed here so you can feel exactly what you need to feel right now. So again, pressing your sitting bones on into your chair. Maybe feeling the coolness of the chair on the back of your thighs. Maybe the warmth. And your legs will extend from your hips to your knees. From your knees down to your ankles, just imagining those nice long lines of energy. As your feet are hips width apart, press down into the floor, lifting up all 10 toes, spreading out your toes, and then just one at a time, resting your toes right on down onto the floor. And then pulling that energy on up. Envision as though you're taking your hands to your outer shins and pressing on into your shins with your hands, and a gentle resistance that you're pressing back. And in doing that, that will lift up the arches of your feet. So igniting your feet. Quads are ignited. Sitting up tall. Belly pulls in. Oh, and there's that dog. Isn't she something? Sit up nice and tall. Drop the crown of your head on up to the ceiling. Yoga with Ella. She did so good the last class. It's so hard for her to be patient. I know, Ella. All right, our shoulders are dropping down, relaxing. Softly open your eyes. Arms down by your sides. Hi, Ella, go lay down. Inhale, lift up, big breath in. Good girl. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. So again, that full body integration right from your toes all the way to your fingertips. Spread those fingers wide. Exhale. Big breath in. Really kind of feel like you want to grab the energy. It's just so beautiful out today. We're going to just breath in and exhale. All right, Let's rest our hands on our thighs again with that sitting up nice and tall. Take your right ear, drop it on down to your right shoulder. And again, sitting bones pressing down on into your seat. Shoulders continue to drop farther down. So you're going to feel a nice gentle stretch running along the left side of your neck. Not forcing anything here, just listening to your body. And notice as you breathe in how that creates more space within your body with those big inhales. Dropping that left arm down by your side. Let it hang heavy. Notice maybe even more of a sensation you feel along that left side of your neck and your shoulders. And then bring your right hand just to rest on the outside of that left ear. Nothing tugging, nothing forcing. Your right arm up and just over. There you go. And then with that left arm, you can bring it on up. Maybe give yourself a little massage on the side of your neck. Just poking around. Notice what you feel here on the left side and notice which is your dominant hand and non-dominant hand. Just an observation of something as you work through your sides. You may or may not feel anything different. Even observe like the warmth in your hand, the warmth in your skin or the coolness. And just check in with your feet. What happened? Did you just give up the integrity in your feet? I know I kind of did. That's okay. Bring it back. Maybe a little stillness here. Go ahead, drop your left arm down, right arm down, and then head comes back on up to neutral. Close your eyes here for a moment and observe what you feel now in the left and the right side. And I told my son, he's awake, I said, Jake, when the dogs start barking, come get them. Keep dropping your shoulders down. Notice what you're feeling. And then drop that left ear down to your left shoulder. So we know we're going to be advancing to different poses here and moving on, but just stay present with each pose that you're in while you're here and really notice what you're feeling. Maybe your right arm drops on down now. And then observe what you're feeling right now. Maybe that left hand comes on up, just sits on the outside of the right ear. So it can come over and across, over and across. Did your legs just splay open? Did you just lose the integrity in your legs again? Are you still sitting tall? Your sitting bones pressed into your seat. Belly pulls in. And then right hand comes on up. Nice massage on the right side of your neck. And again, observing what you're feeling in your right shoulder. Noticing the warmth, the coolness, any knots. stillness. Release that right arm down. Left arm comes all the way down. Head comes back to neutral. Both hands rest on your thighs. Drop your shoulders down and really observe what you're feeling now here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Eyes gently open. Arms down by your sides. And we're going to get into our eagle arm. So arms on up, halfway. Right arm comes underneath, left arm comes over. We cross our arms at our elbows. Bend your elbows and the backs of your hands, or if you can get your palms to touch. Elbows lift on up towards the same width, height as your shoulders. That's what it looks like from the side. And then maybe if you want, you can even make some of those small movements up and down. And notice what you're feeling now, that space between your shoulder blades, your arms, your shoulders, your back. Notice where you feel sensation and just make slow, gentle movements. Nothing quick. Nothing big, just gentle. Eyes can stay open or closed. Just notice where your mind is going. And keep your mind and your thoughts focused on what you're feeling in your body. Maybe come to stillness. Take a big breath in. Exhale, unwind. Arms down by your sides. A little shake. And let's take a clearing breath in and out in between with our arms up. Nice big breath in. Exhale down. I love when the dog listens to me too. Okay, inhale halfway up. And this time our left arm's coming underneath, right arm's over, crossing at the elbows. Bend your elbows. Backs of the hands towards one another or your palms. And this is just way too much. You can always just cross your elbows. I'm going to take a good solid at least 5 breaths here. And a lot of times in our yoga poses, we do want to hold them for a good 3 to 5 breaths at least. It gives our body time to settle in, to recognize what's going on. You know, initially our bodies might be saying, what is this? And eventually it realizes this is a good thing. So continue to draw your shoulders down and back. Any movements you want to make, or maybe stillness. Just listen to your body. Your body knows what it is that you need. Yoga is a very intuitive thing. And check in with your feet, what your feet are doing. Check in with your face, if you've furled up your brows, if you're making faces, you're gritting your teeth. Big inhale. Exhale, unwind, bring them down. Good. A lot of shoulders. I know the last class before this we did a lot of hips, so I'm making up for it in shoulders for those of you that were in the last one too. All right, but let's bring our arms out, circle our wrists a little bit. One way, then the other way. And bring them on down. All right, we just did eagle arms, so now we're gonna add eagle legs. So if you're somebody that doesn't have, if you've got artificial hips, may not work for you, so just maybe cross your ankles. We're gonna cross that right leg on over our left, just kind of like we're sitting all proper in a chair here. Basically it. And with that, we're pulling our belly in. And then see if you can actually scoot your way. Maybe you can even tuck your foot behind your calf. If you can, wonderful. If not, wonderful. Whatever you can do, it's great. So we're gonna get our legs kind of twisted like this. Let's bring our arms down by our sides, and we're gonna incorporate a little core work in with our eagle legs. So scoot your foot on up. See if you can lift that foot on up off the ground in your chair. Continue to bring your shoulders down. Flex that left foot. Flex the right foot. Now bring your arms on up. We're going to take full eagle, something we haven't done, I think, in this class before, something different. So your legs are still activated, your core is activated. Bring your right arm under, left arm over, bend your knees, and take eagle arms. A bit of coordination this morning. We're just gonna hold this for 3 breaths. So breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Drop your foot to the ground. Uncurl your arms, uncurl your legs. How we doing? Was that good? Thumbs up over there? All right. Let's do the other side. So sitting up tall. Again, build from the ground up. Okay, strength in your feet, lifting, spreading your toes. Still that hugging in sensation. Cross over your left leg now. You can bring that front leg, that right leg to center. And use your hands if you need to help press yourself on up. Flex your right foot, flex your left foot. Lift on up. Core is engaged. Arms come out by your side. Left arm under, right arm over. Bend your elbows. And palms for the backs of your hands together. Keep lifting up those legs together. Flex that foot. Shoulders draw back. And big breath in. Number 1, breath in. Exhale. Number 2, big breath in. Exhale. Keep lifting that foot. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, number 3. Put it on down. Unwind, unwind. Rub your legs out. How was that? Good? Something different. A little challenge here this week. All right, so if you do have those straps, go ahead and grab your straps. If you don't have a strap, like I said, you've got a tie, a belt, a towel, whatever you've got, something strappy. So bend your right knee. We're gonna bring that strap on down towards our heel. And sitting up nice and tall, really flex that right foot. And you want to pull yourself away from your chair so you're not using the chair for support. You're using your own body strength here. Flex that foot, feel your hip just sink right into the socket. Left foot is still at 12 o'clock, and all that integrity that we've built through at the beginning, we're keeping with for all of this. So don't give up on anything. Shoulders keep dropping down. Both straps go over to your right hand. You can put your left hand down on your left thigh, and then just open up just your thigh. We're not moving everything on over. It's just that hip opening. Right foot is flexed. Shoulder keeps dropping down. Gaze straight ahead, the horizon or above. And breathe. So here's a good point to focus on a drishti. A drishti is a gazing point, that one fixed thing that you're looking at. A lot of times if you're looking around at everything else, your mind is kind of wandering. So we're going to just bring our attention to one thing and then match your breath Connect your breath with that. Keep a soft bend in that knee. We don't ever want to lock out any of our joints. And maybe at this point you're starting to feel some kind of shaking, kind of normal. Good awareness of your body. All right, bring it back to center. Take both straps into your left hand now, and then just come across a little. We're going to hit this IT band right here. So sit up nice and tall. Feel it on the inside of your hip, maybe the back by your bum. You could feel it someplace completely differently, and that's fine. It's not a concern. Come back to center. And then with one strap in each hand, your quad probably right now, you're really feeling that big muscle at the front of your leg. You're going to just play a little bit with the muscles on the back of our leg. And we're going to dip our pinky toe down, about 45-degree angle there. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, our chest is open on up, shoulders drop down. Maybe the corners of your mouth turn up and you smile. Tilt those toes back, straight on up. That foot's still flexed. And now tilt your big toe down a little bit there at an angle. You should be feeling something different with just that little change in movement. Bring it back to center. Bend your knee. Maybe you can go ahead and hug your knee on in. Move it a little side to side. Good. And we're going to release our strap down for a moment here, and we're going to take our seated figure 4. So if you can sit on up, cross that ankle past your leg as best you can. Keep that right foot flexed. Sit up nice and tall. Left foot is right at 12 o'clock. Ella is exhausted from watching all this yoga over here. Nice and tall, shoulders drop down. So your right hip should be getting some kind of a really good sensation right here, and this may be enough for you. Or, like you have a handle on your chest, just pull your chest forward. This is also going to release your lower back a little here, and you may be feeling more sensation in your hip. Right foot stays flexed, protects your knee, and just fold on forward over that right shin where you feel comfortable. So there's good, comfortable, and then there's like kind of, you know what that is. So if you're feeling like a different sensation and you're like, oh, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Just listen to your body. Your body knows. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Draw them down. Maybe sink a little bit more. Maybe your gaze is down. Keep your neck in line with your spine. So your neck is an extension of your spine. You want to keep a long spine, long neck. Inhale, long flat back, come on up. Uncross your legs. Grab that strap. Still doing good over there? All right, left leg in. Strap around that left heel. Shimmy on up nice and tall. Really feel that hip sinking on in. Pay attention to your right foot. Make sure your foot's not just kind of like hanging out over there. Bring it in. Belly pulls in, shoulders back. All our full body integration. And then maybe, you know what, here, let's open up our mouths. Move our jaw from side to side. There's no need to grit our teeth. Our teeth aren't doing work right here. You know, if you got, like, you're crunching up your eyes and you're making faces, squinty faces. I'm always making faces, but Our face isn't working here. It's just our hip. No big deal. So both straps over into our left, and then just opening on up that left hip. Right leg stays B, chest stays forward, shoulders drop down. Left foot is flexed, soft bend in the knee. And if you really need to bend your knee to get it there, great. You can maybe gently, gradually straighten it out a little. You know, just because you kind of land in one pose, it doesn't mean you're stuck there. It's kind of like our metaphor for life, right? You know, just because you happen to land somewhere, you can always move. We're not trees. We can move. Inhale, come on forward. Grab the straps into your right hand and just slightly across your body. Again, nice stretch. So good. Just breathe, find your drishti. Come on back to center, strap in each hand. And then we're just gonna work those hamstrings, left pinky toe down. What happens with the rest of your body? Are you kind of given up and all of that again? And I laugh because it's not that I'm watching you do this. I notice I'm finding myself like, oops, I kind of slumped a little. So yeah, just observe yourself and what you need. And it's okay, you know, just check in regularly. Come back to center. Dip down to the right. Come on back to center. And release, bend your knee. Release that strap. Hug your knee on in. And just a little side to side. And then maybe bring it across your body, your right leg rather. Have our seated figure 4 on this side here. So check your right foot. Lift and spread all your toes. Put them on down. Flex that left foot. And notice here, this side's probably going to feel completely differently than the other side did. So sit up nice and tall. This may be good here, or maybe you want to start pulling that chest with that handle right on forward. Again, the right side of your hip, your lower back, be the inside. You know what you're feeling. Keep that knee, that foot flexed. Long spine, so your neck again, long extension, keeping in line. Head forward, shoulders drop back. Breath in. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift on up, uncross. Maybe just the rub of our thighs here. Okay, so let's do ankle stuff. Yeah, we haven't done ankle stuff at all. Our feet, lift up. Your feet are going to be hips width apart, flat on the floor, and lift up all 10 toes. And then see if one at a time, starting with your pinky toes, you can just put them down, fan them out, spread your toes nice and wide. And one foot, then the other. It's kind of tricky there. Right, lift on up onto your toe ball mounds, but still keep you, so your heels are going to be lifted up off the ground, and you're just onto the balls of your feet here, kind of like you're wearing high heels. I don't wear high heels. All right. Keep lifting now with those feet like that. Lift up your toes. So you're gonna feel your calves, probably a really good stretch in your calves here. Go ahead, drop your feet on down. Kick your feet out a little bit, and we're gonna have our heels on, just onto our heels, lifting our heels, our feet are lifted up onto our heels. Make sense? Spread those toes, really spread those toes. Feel the space, you can gaze down. I don't know if you're wearing shoes or not, but I mean, always feel free. Linda Stein had done a balance class last week, and in one of her parts she mentioned that they're doing a lot of research that when you're doing exercises, especially with yoga and balancing, that having bare feet is helping you better with your balance, that whole grounding onto the earth. So anytime that you want to practice the yoga, especially yoga, shoes off is encouraged. Especially it's your house, you know what you got going on. But stretching out our toes. All right, release them down. Bring our legs on up. Flex your legs, and let's just take some circles with our ankles here. Nice and slow, one direction, and then the other. All right, release them on down. Okay, and now we're going to work on our goddess pose. So, heel toe our legs on open. Knees are going to be in line with our feet, and come to the edge of your chair here. Sit up nice and tall, and you're going to still feel those sitting bones underneath, and we're going to make sure we're still stacked so we're not like leaning forward, or you can bring your hands to your hips here if you want. And really draw your outer knees back. And the more you press your outer knees back, where are you going to feel that? On the insides, right? So we have our abductors, our adductors working here. Insides, outsides of our thighs. Lift and spread those toes again. Lift them up off the ground, and then put your toes back down onto the ground. Keep drawing your knees back. Belly pulls in. Nice long spine. Drop your shoulders down. You feel those legs burning a little bit, maybe a little shaking. Gaze straight ahead. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. We're going to do 2 more of those. Big breath in, breath out. Last one, big breath in, breath out. All right, release your legs, massage them out. So you'll notice a difference, and this is something where you can work on yourself, whether, are you really challenging yourself to push where you can go, or are you just going here like, okay, I'm going through the motions and I'm doing it, or what, I'm just saying. So, all right, we're gonna do that again. And notice, Jim's laughing at me, notice where you go to. So if you open on up and you're like, okay, this is great. Is this your comfort zone? Is this where you start out and then maybe you go wider? See if you can go right to that point where you were kind of like right at the edge before. And then I said, keep pressing your legs back a little bit more. A little bit more. Feet are still in line with your knees. Your legs may be shaking a little. So we're getting kind of some like power chair yoga going on today. Different. Arms on up. And bend your arms. So our elbows should be in line with our shoulders. We are in our goddess. Fingers spread wide. Pull your belly in. So here we'll make this as challenging or as relaxing as you want this to be. So notice what your body's doing and what your mind's doing. Notice if your knees have kind of caved in, if you've given up, or if you want to continue to press those legs back. Keep your arms up, spread your fingers wide, shoulders dropped. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Ungrip your toes up again off the floor. And then find your gaze, your drishti, straight ahead. 3 breaths here. Big breath in. Exhale. Breath in. What have your legs done? Have they collapsed? Exhale. Inhale. Where can you soften? Exhale. Release it all down. Woo. Good job. Yes, I challenged you all a little today, huh? All right, how are we looking at time? Okay, Ella's thinking it's time. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. Let's stand up and do a couple of balancing things now. So you can grab a stand on up. Grab a stand on up. We'll let the dog out too. All right, let's do tree. So if you have the chair beside you, behind you, wherever you feel comfortable, we're gonna start with our right leg up. So if that helps you with anything here. Build your mountain. So what we were doing in our chair is the same thing as we stand. Feet are grounded on down into the earth. Lift and spread those toes. Shins, they press on out as though someone is pressing against your shins. Soft bend to your knees, never locking your knees. Your legs are ignited. Hips are at neutral. Arms down by your side. Belly pulls in and up. Your ribs, if your ribs just poked out, bring your ribs in. Shoulders drop down. You need to hold on to the chair. There's a chair there. We're going to shift our weight onto our left foot. And our right foot, we're going to bend our right knee. And we're going to bring the sole of our foot right to our calf. Not our knee. Stay away from the knee joint. And just what we were doing in our goddess pose, we're going to continue to open on up our hips. But if your whole body's moving, again, our hips want to stay square. Just keep opening on up. Press your foot into your thigh into your foot. Maybe you can play around and bring your hands to prayer. Your chair is there. If you have to put your foot down, you put your foot down. It's no big deal. If you need to start over, start over. Find that drishti, your gaze. Take a breath in. Exhale, foot to floor. Good job. Okay, let's just bring our hands to prayer here. Feel both feet grounded on the floor. Your eyes closed. Press your thumb knuckles into your heart, into your sternum. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. All right, let's do the other side. So if you need to move around to the other side of your chair. Okay, find your mountain, root on down all the way from the bottom up, ignite. Shift your weight onto that right foot, emptying out your left foot, comes up. The sole of your left foot to the inside of your right calf. Press your leg into your foot into your leg. Also an option to leave your foot on the floor. We're just opening our hips here. Working on balance. So you can hold on to that chair, you can let go. You can bring your hands to prayer. If you're feeling really wild and crazy, you can lift your arms on up. Gaze the horizon or above. Breath in. Bring it on down. All right, have a seat. For those of you that did the class before with the hips, you're probably not liking me much right now, right? Oh well. Oh well. All right, let's I'm just trying to think if there was anything else. Any suggestions, anybody? No? 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 Okay, Shavasana. I think it's time for, oh yeah, it's time for Shavasana. Okay, sit on back into your seat. All of that integrity, all of that rooting down, everything that I've been telling you for the last 42 minutes, let it go. All right. So your legs can kick on out. Feel the back of your chair supporting you. Hands can rest on your thighs. And eyes closed down. And just melt right down into that chair. Take a clearing breath in. Breathe in through your nose. Open up. Push out that stale air. Let it go. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Take rest. The next few moments, there's nowhere to go. Nothing to do. You can just relax. Notice if your mind is wandering and just bring it to the rise and fall of your chest and your breath. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave you all in Shavasana. You can relax here as long as you want, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour. It's up to you. So go ahead, enjoy your day. It is going to be beautiful. Take care.